here in the finals. And rounding out the field in lane 8, Leila Vaziri.
I just talked to Natalie a minute ago, and she said, I asked her how she felt coming out of warm-up. She said, boy, I hope I feel a lot better than I did last night in that semi. I want to be a lot faster at the first 50 and not feel it. Who says she lets her swim into the tucking. Second time she's reset it in 2 days.
Swam a little bit off her best time, so 7th place. She would not have broken into the top 4.
I hope you can hear me.
Swimming is really a sport where you're just kind of in yourself, in your own head, because, you know, there's no contact with anybody or anything else.
The sport too, you know. There's technique, you know, but natural ability has to be coupled with that competitive character or it doesn't go anywhere.
I grew up here in Coral Springs. My dad was an engineer and got a job transfer, and my parents loved that Florida was a beautiful place for kids to grow up and be outside, and I think really take in like a good American upbringing. This is pretty much like my home turf here. So I came over here, my mom would do her lap swimming by herself, and I would learn the 4 strokes. I was just like 7 years old, and that's probably my first memory here. Wait, a lot of memories since then.
Answer would probably give me credit, right? Well, she got the talent. Well, although he was a soccer player and very proud of that, and he was the competitive, you know, team player and joiner, whereas I wasn't. But in my family, I have a couple of swimmers, and I love to swim. That's what we would do: paddle around in that little Marriott swimming pool together, and then slowly kind of remove those. And yeah, you know, she was a natural.
I was always the star athlete of our high school. So that's been my persona my whole life, the athlete girl.
Some sweat in the potion, in a swept up ocean. We venture back to the well, Cinderella, 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 Cinderella.
These swim meets seem like a natural fit for her personality. Especially at a younger age, she had a lot of big girls, and it wouldn't seem too much to face her. She'd get up to the starting block and, you know, put the cap on and do her warm-up thing, and that personality trait was always there with her.
She was just Leila when she came home, but she was a little lion in the water when she was doing her thing.
It makes such a difference to have a team. Even though swimming is an individual sport, you can't get through practices and you can't get through your schedule without having like teammates to go through it with.
Ramin and Leila were angry at each other earlier that day because she swam the 100 backstroke, her main event, not so hot. And Ramin gave her a talking to, was like, well, we came down to Australia for this, Leila, and I think you could have done better. And then Leila took that really, really to heart.
Off they go, semi-final number 2. So in the yellow lane, it's Vaziri of the United States, Peach, the world record holder from Germany. And on either side, it's Nakamura in 3 and Sibo in lane 6. Even as they go down towards the 25-metre mark. Starting to get in front, perhaps it's lane 4, Vaziri, who is in outstanding form this morning. She might challenge her own world record. Vaziri in front. Vaziri wanting another world record, 2 in 2 days. Leila Vaziri of the United States. Vaziri wins it. World record. Magnificent.
Just so happy for her, because you see day in and day out, waking up and putting in all this work day after day, and to have something tangible that you could hold up and say, this is a world record, this is my medal, and I was really happy.
I had a curfew of like midnight, you know, and like really the dance went to like 1 or 2. I think I was on the phone the whole drive home. He kept calling, are you almost here? Are you almost here? Are you almost here? But I got to go.
We take one meet at a time. She's so strong that she's going to rebound, so that I'm not going to have a nervous breakdown case on my hands either. She's assured me, and I'm confident of that, if she doesn't make the cut.
My dad always stressed that school comes first, and you're not an athlete first, you're, you know, a student first.
He put a lot of heart, you know, blood, sweat, and tears into it, huh? All those practices and all that encouragement that he gave you.
My dad always said, my girl always makes the right decision, so you can make your own decision. You've proven that you can make your own decision. I think somebody said, Vaziri, what, you know, like what ethnicity? I said, oh, it's Iranian. And then from that point, like, yeah, if you Google me or Wikipedia, it says Iranian-American, like it was just immediately latched on. It's a hard thing to kind of explain to someone who maybe hasn't lost someone close to him, but I absolutely know my dad is with me.
So I think it's going to be a great drama. And may the current be with you.
There's definitely something maybe womb-like about being in water. You don't feel anything. 70% of the human body is water. No life can be created without water. Those are pretty significant facts.
Yeah, you know, she was a natural.